Good afternoon, people. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you're all doing well. As expected, it's going to be busy this week, isn't it? I'll not have to leave this room, I don't think. Not long after me and Connor had finished the counterpoint, we got some more links. And yeah, surprise to me, and probably a surprise to all of you, the link to Max Aarons. It's a goer. Bit of a strange one, a bit of an unusual one. We'll discuss it. If you were asking me, I'm not sure it gets done, but we'll get into that anyway. Please do smash a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. We're talking about that. Apparently there could be another en route with Max Aarons, if indeed that is genuine. I'm seeing in the chat about Anthony to Burnley. I think it was always between us two. Not that I was enamoured with the signing of Anthony as a first choice option, but as I've said before when I mentioned Sarmiento, now that we've got Ramazani in, if we do conclude the Solomon deal, someone like Anthony as a bench option's okay. I just don't want them as first starters. But look, I was told a few weeks back, actually, by someone that we were linked, hence why I've spoken on him heavily, both us and Burnley, but we were always going to struggle to... Just 1 second. Jamie, I've noticed on this, it's a title. You also mentioned, stop getting stressed at the titles, bro. It's a title. That's all. It's there to generate curiosity, generate clicks, generate people. Oh, what's this video about? He said about on the chef. Every video you get quite vexed about a title. It's not that deep, bro. You commented on the Chef Wednesday one without even watching the video, I would assume. Just annoyed at the title. Yeah, there you go. So here we go. Sarmiento and Anthony don't excite me. Yeah, but as good squad options, I would imagine. Andrew, I am calm, bro. Please don't tell me to calm down. I'm calm. Yeah, I'm calm. Yeah, the links to Bournemouth and Anthony, if he had a choice, right, to choose between us and going to Burnley, he's going to choose Burnley for a number of reasons, right? No worries, Andrew. He's worked with Parker before at Bournemouth, got promoted in second place with Bournemouth. He's worked with Parker before, and he barely played him. I'm not too fussed about that. These, maybe as well, the two people, one of them might be Anthony, but he might just be getting to Leeds Bradford Airport and going to Burnley. It's not that far, is it? It's not that far. The Philip Billing stuff keeps getting mentioned. I'd love Philip Billing. It's a statement signing. He'd be great for us. I just don't feel we'll get that done, personally. I mean, it would be a huge signing. I don't agree with this, JB, in terms of, don't waste time on it. Listen, deals are taking Leeds United a long time. I think what Leeds United are doing, for me personally, and who was it who actually said? I can't remember, but I think I mentioned it on a video. Might have been with Connor or maybe one. It definitely weren't yesterday. I think it's common practice. It's common practice potentially in terms of Spurs have done their medical, sent him to Leeds. Leeds have done their own medical, and then maybe there's a conversation as to how much Leeds are willing to stump up for wages, or how much a loan fee is going to be. And obviously, like Luke says, you've got Daniel Levy, but you've also got the 49ers, which have already shown us their... Can they be difficult in terms of negotiating? Yeah, I think so. West Ham said they've never had to sign an NDA. It's not common practice. Look at the West Ham one, the Somerville one. Look at the Rutter one. How long did Rutter take? So I think Leeds United and the 49ers tried to squeeze every last inch out of a deal, and certainly try to garner as much money as possible from a deal. So maybe that's why it's taking so long. But I'm still not concerned. on the Solomon stuff. It seems to be pretty much going to go ahead, probably going to go ahead. Now, I like the player, yeah, Paul. I think he'd be great for Leeds United. I think he starts for Leeds and would improve us as long as he's fit. Then yeah, for me, he starts. What I am going to do now is just quickly share Graham Smyth's article. As I said, this came live not too long after we'd finished the Counterpoint. Great episode, by the way. Make sure you go and check it out. Leeds United transfer state of play with loan ongoing, a new possibility for the one who got away. No, that guy, it's pure agent talk. He was linked to us weeks back. Andrea says, no, we don't want to sign him. I think his agent's just trying to get him out there. Exactly, I think this is where we're at with it, isn't it, Andrew? But let's see what Graham's had to say on it in his piece that he did this morning. So he said Leeds United could still land one who got away last summer to bolster Daniel Farke's fullback options, while the move for Tottenham Hotspur's Manor Solomon remains ongoing. Says the YEP understands that Max Aarons, who looked set for a reunion with Farke at Ellen Road last summer and went as far as medical before joining Bournemouth, is one of the fullbacks the Whites are considering in the final week of the window. Aarons was left out of the Cherries squad for their 1-1 draw with Newcastle, although boss Piroe has insisted that the defender is fit and ready to challenge for a place. Okay, so he's not getting any minutes at the minute, is he? And he's challenging, right? So he didn't have a lot of injuries last season. He had 2 muscle injuries, but the recovery was very, very long for both. In the end, he missed nearly half the season. I think he started very well, but then he had 2 injuries, and also Adam Smith's performance for Bournemouth in the league have meant that he's usurped him in that position. I think Adam in the past season performed amazingly, so it was not easy even when he recovered at the end to regain his position, but he has come in and done a complete pre-season. Now he is fully fit and ready to challenge like the others. But it is a damning indictment when you're not even making the matchday squad, yeah? Leeds are in the market for 3 further additions before Friday's deadline, a fullback, a central midfielder and another attacker on Farke's wish list, okay? Now on the Max Aarons stuff, I do find it very strange, because we've got to think about the positions. Like, he's a right back. I checked historically in, I don't know how many games has he played. A hell of a lot of football anyway. He's played left back, according to Transfermarkt, 9 times, right? If you compare that with right back, where he's played 253, yeah? So 9 times he's played at left back. Now, what that tells me, if indeed we are bringing in Max Aarons, he's competing with Bogle. You've got 2 similar level fullbacks for me in Bogle and Max Aarons. I don't know how it works, personally. I don't see how it works, unless you're saying play left back, but then we've got Junior Firpo. Is it cover? Well, what's the point in Max Aarons coming to cover for Bogle when he wants to leave Bournemouth, probably because he's not playing? Yes, you can't trust Byram, but that still means we need one more then, Dr. Cox. Unless you're seeing Byram as your left-back cover. Yeah, and I would say you can trust Byram to be cover, but if that's the same argument, then you're still going to need cover on the left-hand side. And no one in their right mind has 2 right-backs as good as these 2 vying for the same position. It just doesn't make sense, because Aarons would be frustrated. Like, I don't understand the move, and for what it's worth, if you want my opinion, I don't see us signing Max Aarons. And if we did, I'd question why. I'd really question why. I agree, Luke, you can, of course. He hasn't let us down once. I don't even think he's been injured, really, when you consider what it was like before. So I don't understand it. Yeah, but Jamie, on this one, what would be the point? What would be the point, you know? There would be no point. To do what? And what are you saying to Bogle? I don't know, we need a left back. Unless Farke sees him as a left back, I don't know, but he's never played there. Unless he sees Bogle as a left back, but you've got Firpo. I just don't understand the move. No, but Dr. Cox, think about Leeds United. He hasn't been. He hasn't been injured. I don't know where this has come from as well, this meniscus stuff. I think Connor mentioned it. I don't even know what injury Solomon got, and then it's been picked up on Twitter. I don't think there's any issues whatsoever in terms of his medical. Like I say, he's already taken part in pre-season. Leeds United won't be signing off on it. I think what they're trying to do is just trying to get his probably the fee down. Yeah, I know, Tyler. I know, that's what my point is. So he had a meniscus in 23-24. He's had knee surgery, ankle injury, knock, adductor muscle, torn thigh, all sorts. He's had all sorts, but for me, I don't think it's the injury as such. It's just a bit of skullduggery from both clubs trying to squeeze as much out of the deal as possible. Or maybe even his agent. We'll go on to rest anyway of what Graham Smyth. So on the Max Aarons one, for me, it doesn't make sense. I will put a poll in the chat, actually. Does... And don't vote, like, there's no point for me having two right backs of sufficient quality, big money, all that sort of stuff. I just don't see it. Is that being confirmed now? I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, to be honest, because, like I say, there you go. So big incomings for Burnley today. Hannibal, who we will link to, Jeremy Sarmiento and Jadon Anthony are all at Turf Moor today for medical tests in order to complete their move. So there you go. That's that. That's that one done. Yeah. There you go. So he's gone there. But again, you know, I think I shared that I'd been told about that weeks back. I swear I did, because I remember us talking about Anthony and stuff. But it was always between us and Burnley, and there was only going to be one choice. But what that does do for me, if I'm honest, it makes me happy. And why does it make me happy? Because Burnley are losing top-level players and bringing in championship guff. If you want my opinion on it, we haven't missed a trick on Sarmiento. Sarmiento's not a starter, folks. I wouldn't want him as a starter. I wanted him in January as a squad filler. He'd only be a squad filler. Sarmiento doesn't start for Leeds. Them three signings there for Burnley stink of championship, stink of Scott Parker. I'm not concerned. When you're losing people like Sanderberg, Odobert, O'Shea, and many more names, and bringing in Hannibal, Sarmiento and Anthony, crack on for me. Genuinely crack on. Not concerned. Not concerned at all. Yeah, sometimes YouTube does a madness, mate. Unsubscribes, doesn't send notifications, blocks. It's mad. I'm a Dooney too. Exactly. And, you know, what they're doing. Hannibal, Sarmiento, Anthony. Squad players for me. Aarons has played left back for Farker. Mate, he's played left back 9 times. 9 times. So I don't think we're looking to sign him as left back. And even if he'd then be left back cover, I don't understand it. That's funny. Locker's just sent a text. That stinks. And he's on about that tweet. It is pure EFL fodder. For me, actually seeing Parker go after these players, pure EFL fodder. But what I would say in response to this, I actually rate Sarmiento, but he went to West Brom, sat on their bench. He went to Ipswich and sat on their bench. He'd be sitting on our bench. He's not a starter. But yeah, the Max Aarons stuff, he's played 9 times there in his career. For what it's worth, if you want my opinion, we won't sign Max Aarons. It doesn't make sense. And if we do sign him, again, I'd be going, why? Why? We've got Bogle and Firpo. We've got Byram as backup. If you want him as backup and he's Harry and he's happy to be back up, yeah, cool. But I don't think he'll be happy with being back up, do you? It won't make sense. Like Jamie said, it won't. It is a bit like Hugo Bueno, bro. You're right. Because I'm not getting in the matchday squad for Bournemouth, so I want to come to Leeds United to sit on the bench. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, Luke. That's what they are as well. Come on. If you're a Burnley fan and you're losing these players and you're bringing in Jadon Anthony, who couldn't get a game at Leeds, Hannibal, that went to Sevilla and couldn't get a game and played okay at Birmingham, and who's the other one? See, I forget the name. Sarmiento, Hannibal, and who's the other one? Anthony, Sarmiento, Hannibal. Yes, sorry, yeah. Stinks for VFL. Proper stinks. The league's ours, baby. The league is ours. Boop, boop. Start the fucking HMS. Oi, oi. Start the HMS. Nah, I don't think it's that, Adrian. I just genuinely think people are thinking. I mean, in his article, they're considering. He's one of the fullbacks the Whites are considering. Nah. Yeah, Jonathan. I mean, if he does, I'll have to go into hiding. But yeah, I'm not fussed about Anthony. He's dead. Now, I think I'm pretty confident we don't see any more go apart from like fodder. The billing stuff came from Wacko, I believe. I believe it came from Wacko. But yeah, no one's got a clue. If I'm being totally honest, no one's got a clue. The Max Aaron stuff came up a few days ago. I took the piss out of JT. He put it on Twitter that I said it's happening. Then today, this morning, the YEP said he's on a list. So JT's flex didn't work for him because now it makes me look like I was ITK. So it was all just jokes. Then I was told this morning 2 are coming. One of them's Anthony. Well, that's not true now because we know Anthony's gone to Burnley. And then another one's saying it's Billing. And I just can't see Philip Billing coming to the Championship. If you want my opinion, no one knows. No one knows. Yeah. Same, Adrian. Everybody, it's the same. You can ask a question. Yeah, he's on a list. Yeah. Look, it's good that he's on a list, but I just don't see it happening. There's been many times throughout the window, if we go back, I don't think I spoke on Clark. Just didn't see it happening. I did think we could get Rowe. There was Sarah. There's always some wild ones. But 49ers, Leeds United are doing it. I don't want to say the word anymore because I'm actually cool with them at the minute. It might not last long, but we're doing it cheaper. Yeah, of course, Mark, of course. So have the YEP, so have I. So have you. I'm not, please, whenever I say things, people automatically assume I'm taking shots. I don't do that. I've got no issue. No issue at all with a message board. Like, no issue with Twitter. It's just a way for people to talk. Like, it's not that deep. But people feel like they have to defend. You don't need to defend. I'm just saying. The billing stuff came from there. It may be true. I hope it is. My opinion is I can't see it. That's all I said. Just like I said, I was told this morning. I sent a message this morning being told Aaron's from the YP. Then it was he's coming with someone else, and I spoke to a person, and they said Anthony and Aaron's. Then another person said Billing. That's all. I'm just relaying what I was told. But again, it's just all like no one actually knows. No one's got a Scooby-Doo. You know what I mean? And that's because the ownership are very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. Why? Don't want him. Didn't want him. Pulled up no trees for me. But he gets the club. In here 6 months. Same with Anthony. People were bending over backwards for Anthony just because he's been here. Anthony, top player, man. We didn't see that. I didn't see that. And Roberts couldn't usurp young Archie Gray, who, by all accounts, wasn't a right back at the start of the season and could never play there. So, yeah, not for me. Yeah, listen, I don't know how to do these to do these flight trackers. Half at time, it's BS anyway, isn't it? Anyway, right, let's go back to the article and get the latest on Solomon. So this is what's been said on Solomon. Again, nothing, man. No. Don't... The only time, for me, these flights again is when it's done deal. Because the Ramazani flight, people tracked after we knew it was a done deal the night before. Do you know what I mean? We'd know about it. They won't be able to keep that under wraps. Yeah, it is sad news over Sven Goran Eriksson. I can't help but think of the tune, but yeah, rest in peace. Really nice guy. Obviously managed the nation as well. So big up to Sven. Yeah, Shauna, man, tell honestly, I am not a bloody flight controller. I didn't have a clue. Right, let's have a look at this. So, Leeds are in the market for 3 further additions before Friday's deadline. A fullback, a centre mid, and another attacker. Obviously, we've already got the we've already got Ramazani. Yeah. Let me just grab a message actually that I just want to relay on this. Okay, so Spurs Israeli international Solomon underwent a medical over the weekend, and although the deal is taking longer than others have to complete, club sources insist it remains possible and is ongoing. And like the realist, Joe was told Solomon was just a small thing about payments if he's an unused substitute. And I received a message. This person asked me to not share where from, but in relation to Solomon, we're restructuring the deal. But still confident it will get done next week. It's just a financial risk more than the fact he's crocked, so not injury. That's what I was told, and the mad thing is I then received a message off another content creator that said, oh, I've just been sent this from a totally different person who sent it. So it was like 2 people from 2 different places, one telling me, one telling another content creator, both saying the same things. Now, again, I'm just sharing what I've been told. They said, suggestions is that he passed it from Spurs side. Suggestions, basically, it looks like Leeds are trying to get a better deal for the risk. The Spurs side will always say everything is fine because they want to move the player. Players side will say the same, yeah. So I don't know if it's Leeds United maybe trying to re-engineer a deal because of X, Y, Z. Oh, well, we've heard this, we've spotted this, so we're not willing to play that if he don't play, because what if he's got a knock, I still am confident it gets done. We'll have to wait and see, though. The 23-year-old is reported to have other options, including interest from abroad. There's a reason why he's turned them down already, though, and decided to come to Leeds. Though Solomon is not an out-and-out number 10, he has some experience of playing centrally and could potentially be used there as Farker attempts to replace Rutter's creativity and ball-carrying skills. I did say on a video that I did a Solomon that he played quite a lot there. Willie Nento and Brendan Aarons are among Farker's current options for that position as well. He may just go out to the left, you know. Yeah. Nah, I don't believe the hype. There you go. So that's his. That was Graham Smyth's update. Just on Ljubicic as well, as expected, as predicted. There's another twist in the tale. All right. So local news in Cologne have said this. Okay. Local newspaper Rheinischer Post has suggested a move is not completely off the table, writing it that it remains to be seen whether Ljubicic will be in Cologne on Friday. They also report that Leeds could be set to return with a lucrative offer that could tempt Cologne to cash in on a player who has less than 12 months on his contract. This was after Bild echo suggestions that a late summer move cannot be categorically ruled out, insisting Ljubicic wants more than German second-tier football and will leave as soon as there is a good offer. And they also quote head of first-team football, Thomas Kessler, refusing to rule out a late twist. This is the same Thomas Kessler that told us on previous occasions that wasn't happening and the player wasn't leaving. Yeah, So I feel that Ljubicic, and I've said to you over the last few days, it's just another twist in the tail. We bid, accepted, he's not going anywhere, he plays, then he refuses to play, then Leeds aren't interested anymore, or now there might still be a late twist. It almost feels like it's tactics to just get the right price for both parties. You know, at the end of the day, the lad refused to play, thinking the deal was close. Leeds United have probably maybe negated. He's played. Then we'll go back to the negotiating table, maybe closer to the deadline, potentially. Because if we're thinking about centre midfielders in their just that position, we've only really credibly been linked to Ljubicic. Anyone outside of that is all guesswork. Sarah was BS. We might have asked a question, but it was BS, because when that was being reported and tweeted and everywhere, he was already in Turkey. We've been linked to Billing, sort of, but outside of that, there's not been any credible links. Not been any credible links. Now, this again is Slow Sports Pete. We have to give a bit of credit. We have to give... Rowe wasn't BS. It's just Leeds United weren't paying what they wanted. Ljubicic, Aarons and Chair would be decent. Yeah, I can't see the last two, mate. Aarons. Listen, to be honest, I'd love Josh Brownhill. But will Burnley sell him? I can't see it. I've seen that. Someone told me Brownhill and Billing were the two that were being reported. I can't see Billing as much as I'd love it. What I also don't understand why Burnley would sell Josh Brownhill. Well, he's going to Burnley. Yeah, he's going to Burnley. Because I just can't see it, mate. Yeah, it might be perfect for the system, but my opinion is the links that have come out are BS. And we're not after Char. That's the way I'd say it. I don't think they'd want him because of everything else as well. Billing would be amazing. I wish I had that power, mate. I wish I had that power. But Brownhill's played already this season for... I'll tell you what I will do, which might actually make sense. If Brownhill's in the last year of his deal, it could happen. Because Leeds United, we know, look at these sort of things. Let me look at Burnley. Because we know that that's something they do. Burnley. Josh Brownhill. He's got 1 year left. He's got 1 year left, folks. Maybe could be something in it. He's got a year left. It runs out next summer. So there you go. See, Brownhill's good. Brownhill is good at this level, 100%. Definitely is, folks. I think if we have a look, 2 goals already in 3 games. Played in the Premier League 33 times last season. Got 4 goals and 2 assists, so 6 goals involvements. The season before in the Championship from midfield, he got 7 goals and 8 assists, 15 G&A. Then in the Premier League the season before, 2 goals and 3 assists. These are in teams that have been relegated. If we go back to his time at Bristol City, 7 G&A, 9 G&A, 11 G&A. You're looking at the name, so Josh, but yeah, he's actually a very good player. Someone's just said, no, I wouldn't rather play Charlie Crew, but why? Based on what? Because last time I checked, Charlie Crew's not played. Whereas this guy's got experience, crazy numbers for a team in midfield as well. So, yeah, well, mate, he's a good player. He's definitely a good player. Just a bit of 4 million not being accepted yet, I don't think. Okay, so that's Burnley getting 3. Yeah, they're all dead, though. They're all dead, mate. In my opinion, anyway. Let's just have a look at the latest news then on Josh Brownhill. Trabzonspor make offer for Burnley captain. Announcement expected soon on Burnley's out-of-contract players as Brownhill decision made. So I wonder if they offered him a 1-year extension. 1 month ago, Burnley urged to cash in amid Saudi West Ham and Wolves' interest. That was on Josh Brownhill, but that was a month ago. But yeah, look, with him being... What's this? This is from The Athletic. Trabzonspor have made a bid of $4 million for Burnley captain. So that might have actually pricked up the ears. If the links are true, and again, these are what's been said on Wacko. That I don't know if this is true. But if Leeds United have had a look at that and seen a player or a bid going for $4 million, that's our price range. That's where we're moving. If you look at the players that we've brought in, the bids that have gone in for Ljubicic, that's our price range. He can't, though. He's played 9 times at left back. 9 times in a career that spans over 400 games. I don't see that as being able to play left back, personally. What's that? 253. Yeah, so like just close to 300 games, and he's played 9 times at left back. He's actually played at right midfield more than he's played at left back. So, yeah. So for me, if the Brownhill link's genuine, I'd be all over it. Yeah, definitely. Because if that's the kind of price you're dealing with, you could go to him and maybe try and get a deal done. How old is he now, Brownhill? 28. Great age for it. No. Why do we want to weaken the squad? That would be crazy. Why would we weaken the squad? You can't do this. This is what people say about Bamford. You can't do that. You've just seen Gray, Somerville, Rutter, all our best players go because of a financial shit show we're in, and you want to take losses on players and just rip up the contracts and pay them off. I never understand this logic. Never understand it. But he got 13 goals last season. And do you want to say, right, we paid 12 million for him, let's just pay his contract off and bin him off? He scored 13 goals. He can still contribute. People. He can play in games where we have injuries. Okay, it's not amazing, but guess what? We're in the Championship. It's mad. Listen, like it's crazy. 100%, mate. It stinks. EFL signings all over the gaff. I'm telling you. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't need to chill. You don't need to tell me to chill. Either. I'm just saying. I'm only giving my opinion. When he comes on, Joe drops his head. I drop my head. Yeah, but that doesn't reflect, like, you've all, like me, been annoyed at the sale of players, and yet the answer to someone who's struggling with confidence, someone who's probably not playing in a system that suits him, who's very, very young, still has a lot of growing, the answer is to bin him off, loan him out, take a loss. Well, that's just crazy, in my opinion. Support him first and foremost. Yes, I think his touch is all this sort of stuff, but I'm not saying he is a fantastic. Teams would kill to have someone like Piroe on their bench. Teams would kill. You know? But to say, just bin him off. It's business. Well, you don't have a Scooby-Doo what business is because you want to take a loss on him. I don't have a clue. I didn't go. I hate having to try to know about finances. But if you're saying it's business, yet you want to rip him, like, get rid and cut your losses. We paid 12 rising to like 16 million last summer. Who's paying for that, Jared? Which player would we have to sell to pay for just going, Piroe, see you later? I know you got 13 goals, but see you later, mate. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Nah, not for me. We've got too much. Yeah, he's not the guy. Jared, I'm going to stop. I've tried to make you see the light. but you cannot be helped. You cannot be saved. You cannot be saved. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. I can't. You're right, mate. I can't. Anyway, right? Leeds United. Linked to Aronson. Linked to Aarons doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. But the links come from the YEP. They've asked the question and he's on a list. If you want, for what it's worth, we won't sign him. It doesn't make sense. He's of a similar level to Bogle. He can't play left back. He's played predominantly right back. And even if he did play left back, he's still not getting over Firpo. It doesn't make sense. It'll be I just don't understand it. Even if we sign him, I'll be happy because it's quality, but it doesn't make sense. Anthony's not coming, thank God. He's going to Burnley. Burnley EFL FC with their signings Hannibal, Sarmiento and Anthony. Crack on. Billing, I think it's a bit out of the reach, but hopefully we can make that happen. Maybe the links to Max Aarons and Anthony is because we genuinely are after Billing. And Brownhill's been mentioned as well. Listen, I'd be all over Josh Brownhill. As I say, the numbers speak for itself in the Championship and again in the Premier League. He gets goals and assists. The last time he was in the Championship, folks, he got 15 G&A. That was 7 goals and 8 assists. This season already, in 3 games, he's got 2 goals. That's better than what we've got from midfield. In the Premier League, he got 6 G&A. 4 goals, 2 assists. Premier League, 5 G&A. When he was at Bristol City, 7 G&A, 9 G&A, 11 G&A. So he gets goals and an assist. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, if we look back to our midfield last season, we got 1 goal from Ilya Gruev from a free kick. So does Josh Brownhill improve Leeds United's midfield? Yes. Does he come with a wealth of experience? Yes. Has he gotten out of this division on 2 occasions? Yes. So anyone turning up their nose at Josh Brownhill, remember where we are. Remember who we are. And ask yourself, would he improve us? Yes, he would. Yes, he was. So if Josh Brownhill's true, on it. Billing true, on it. Solomon will get done. We get a backup left back that's not Max Aarons, and that'll be a lot. Yeah, that'll be a lot. And anyone on Josh Brownhill, go back to the first game against Luton that we watched on this channel and watch him running from midfield and scoring that goal. It's a lovely finish as well. Definitely. Listen, it's been a great show. There's 1,100 people. Remember, we could be live every 2 hours at this, right? Depending on what happens. So yeah, we'll wait and see, because things are moving very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. We did a video at 10 till 11, went out 1 till 2. We're there, aren't we? So listen, smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell. Don't forget your notification bell, because obviously anything could happen at the drop of a hat, and I'll be around to get on it. So yeah, it's going to be a busy week, but one I'm absolutely buzzing for. Anyway, folks, I'll leave it there, and if anything else changes, I'll be on. Peace out now, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love for the love.